Hi, it's Tony from White Milk Soaps. I'm making some little chocolate glycerin soaps now. I just thought I'd show you how I do it. They've got some melted down there and it's a chocolate colour, but I just want it to be a little bit darker, so I'll put the brown mica in there, and then I'll go ahead and pour it into my I'll just spray that with alcohol first, and then I'll just pour it into the little moulds there. These little, they're so cute. I cut them in half and I put them into the soap. And today I'm making chocolate and orange soap. A cake I'm making. And it's going to have real chocolate in it. So I'll get to that after this. Now I wanted to make some chocolate balls, but I want them bit more chocolatey. Anyway, I'll pour these little chocolate balls now. I'll come back when they're dry and then I'll do some orange balls. Okay, hi, I'm back, and there are my little balls that pop out of the mould. And they'll go onto the top of the cake. I'll trim them up a bit later, but yeah, I hope they look like chocolate. Oops, there was an orange one then. I don't think the orange is quite ready. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. See that? Doesn't matter. I'll make some orange now. Might as well pop that right out. Orange is very okay, here's the orange. Hopefully it's still wet enough. Yep. So I'll just pour it down the middle. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, I'll come back when they're done. And today I'm making a cake. Orange and chocolate cake. I've got real cocoa here, and I've got some real chocolate over there melting in the double boiler. I've got some star anise that I don't know whether I'll put on the soap yet. Some little novelty balls and chocolate that I showed you how to make before. The orange ones are still setting. That's not a very good one, is it? And I've got my lovely essential oil from Sydney Essential Oil Company, Sweet Orange, and I've also got a little bit of chocolate fragrance oil, so it should be a beautiful cake. And then I'll pipe the top and decorate it all, and yeah, you can watch me. I've got my lye here, so I'll pour that in. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of debris or something in there. I'll get that out. Okay, so I'll pour the lye in. Got my fan going today, if you can hear a bit of a whining noise, because it's quite warm in my shed. I'll just mix that through. Just need some more containers because I have to separate some for the piping, and then I want some orange to swirl. So white, orange to swirl, and then the chocolate. Okay, I'll go over and get my real chocolate in a minute. I'll just blend that a little bit more. I'll get my chocolate fragrance oil there. Okay, there's the real chocolate melted that I'll put into this soap to make it smell divine. So I'll pour a little bit of soap out now for the piping, the cream piping. And I want some chocolate piping as well. This will be the orange for the swirl. And this will be chocolate. So I'll put in a couple of tablespoons of the cocoa. Chocolate drinking powder. The real chocolate in now before it sets again. Hope you can see. And then I'll blend that. Yum. Where's the strawberries? Yummy. So I'll just scrape that off a bit. Looks like melted chocolate, doesn't it? I'll just have to go and get a rinse. Oh well, no, I can do it with my sponge, I suppose. Just makes a mess, that's all. Okay, so I'll mix the orange now. Some bright orange. Clean up my bench. Now I've got the orange essential oil here, so I'll pour some of that into the chocolate. Oops, I have to take the cap off. Yum. Sweet orange oil. Beautiful. Smell that. Now I'll put the chocolate in. Sydney Essential Oil Company, ship overseas. They're with the Australian dollar just crashed again, so the oils would be very cheap if you're an American or British. Smell that, beautiful. I could just stir that all day. Lovely. Now that's the orange, so I'll pour the cake now. Now I'll keep some of that for piping on the top, so we'll have some nice chocolate piping on top of the cream piping. Now I'll just swirl the orange. Just get a spoon and swirl that around a bit. So every piece of cake gets a bit of orange swirl. I'll just get a good bit out of there. Lovely. Now I'll come back and pipe the top and stuff when this soap goes a little bit harder. Oh well, I can see if my orange balls are set. I think they are. I'll just move that out of the way. With the, I've noticed with the oil from Sydney Essential Oil Company, it's such good quality that it turns the soap quite fluid again. So if you were designing swirls or Taiwan swirling or something like that, you'll have so much time to play with it, because I find myself having to wait quite a while for it to thicken up, and that's just a soaper's dream for those things to happen. No one wants their soap batter to thicken up so fast you haven't got time to work. So I'll just see if these little balls are ready. Yes, they are. So you can just peel them off now. I just break them off the mould there. I find it easier to do it like that than pouring. I mean, it's faster, that's all. It's just faster. Then you just break them off. That part there goes into the soap. They look like Jaffas, don't they? Starting to thicken up. Now I'll just do the chocolate. I'll get my spatula and push down the sides. I'll just put a little bit more orange essential oil in there, so when you smell the soap, you'll really get that whiff of orange. Made up earlier this morning, I made up some dividers, because when you're cutting a cake, it's quite hard to center it. You always end up with one piece that's not quite centered. So I just made this up so it's a lot easier for me to cut the soap into. Now I'll get 3 pieces out of each quarter, so that should be a lot easier. Now I can position my piping a little bit better as well. White and then chocolate. Okay. Just put the chocolate over there for a minute. Lay your bag down and pull your piping bag out, and that way you won't lose a lot. So, might just do big pipettes. Thinking. That's better. That one there was a bit small, wasn't it? So now you've got this bit and you just want to pipe it so bad, but you can't because you'll ruin it. Now I've got the chocolate here that's hardened up perfectly. So, yeah, now what do I do? A little chocolate top on top. I'm sorry if you can't see. Okay, now with the remainder, I've got some little cupcake things here, so I might make a couple of little cupcakes with the remainder of the, just put a little bit of white in the bottom. Just one more there. Nice, aren't they? Now I've got some little curls here, so I might just put that down in there. That is nice. I'll be able to sew. Should I put one of them in? Okay, now I'm not real happy with that one, it's a bit thin. Orange or chocolate, do you think? Orange. I'll get some of my gold mica here that's mixed with oil, and I'm just going to paint those chocolate balls. So I haven't finished with this cake yet. Actually, that's a bit loose. Now I'll get the chocolate and do chocolate. Here's the cake. Now I'm just going to cut down the side of the divider a little bit. Can you see what I'm doing? And that just helps it release. I'll do that to each one. It's going to release. Might have to chop a bit more. Still a bit soft. Alright, I can trim the sides up. I know when you don't make the dividers, it's very hard to cut the cakes of soap, I find anyway. Come on. There we go, one's releasing now. A bit chocolatey. Now, looks messy because it's brown. Now you get your cheese cutter here and just start from the back. This makes it much easier to cut with a cheese cutter. You see? I'll just place them on a breadboard that I've got there for some nice pictures. That orange smells amazing with the beautiful. I know I say that with every soap. Must be terrible for you guys watching me, not being able to smell it, but you can always buy your own orange essential oil and make a nice cake. Actually, I find the cocoa drinking chocolate that you can buy from any supermarket, that has a natural chocolate fragrance. So if you're stuck with a chocolate fragrance and you want to have a go at making this soap, you can always just use the drinking chocolate and then the natural chocolate like I did. And because you might have noticed too that I didn't put much chocolate fragrant oil in this at all, because of the real chocolate and the cocoa drinking chocolate. I was worried it might be overpowering, but it's not. It's nice. Oh, that's it. I thought there was a few more to cut. Okay.